He was beautiful.
Sure.
All
It was
right.
amazing.
So, okay. So, oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. We good? We're good. We're good. Okay. Broadcasting. Yes. Good. All right. Oh, camera on. Yes. There we go. Turn my camera on.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah. Camera. Camera.
We don't
We
need no
want to
cameras.
see
There
all
we
the
go.
lovely faces.
Right.
You do not want to
So,
see my 5:30 a.m. face. It's horrendous.
I'm not...
I mean, I do want to see it, but if you don't want to show the folks at home, I understand.
The folks at home. I'm gonna get my...
If they're all in the U.S., they know what time it is. They need to go back to bed too.
It's like, what are you doing up? If you're from the U.S., what are you doing? You should be in bed.
Yeah, make better choices, guys.
Yeah. Especially
better
if you
than
live
me.
on the East Coast. If you're on the East Coast, you really
Do-
should be in bed.
Do better than
Yeah,
me.
Kenya.
If you're in California, that's
Some-
yeah, maybe you're fine. But
Yeah, maybe I.
well, what do I know? I'm not here.
Sorry.
I'm not your mother. I don't know. Okay, let's put this there. Okay, got my iPad up and running. Right, so just throw this on.
I love the Sailor Moon theme song stuck in my head.
Sailor Moon theme song.
Oh,
Still in there.
Sarah, there's a new movie coming out.
It's out. I haven't seen it yet. Though.
It's out. Okay.
Is it? I think so.
I think it is. I think I
Not-
saw the Toho goods. Vivian was freaking out
Yeah.
about it. And I was like, yeah.
I need to talk to Caitlin because she'll probably go with me if I ask.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's see. Just hit play on that, I guess. Yeah.
It is out. They're doing it in 2 parts again.
All right. Which means hopefully, I can't even say Netflix because I use my aunt's Netflix, but now you can't password share anymore.
How's that going? Yeah.
I mean, I could just go to my aunt's house, get on her Wi-Fi, so I can get her IP address and be like a 30-day whatever. I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't
But
know.
it's
I'm
annoying.
currently still using my American account on my Japanese TV, and so far so good. So we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens.
This is not right. Wow, that's a big roll.
Damn.
Should be.
What are we rolling? Oh,
He's rolling everything.
I mean, at a glance, that looks
That's a pretty solid. Like, there's no ones in
maybe
there, so
slightly above average. Yeah.
But I mean, 20d20, it's lower than average, isn't it?
I don't
Actually,
know.
maybe if we all collectively roll 20d20, we can get our poopy rolls out all at once.
That's right.
Yeah, he did have a lot of 3s in there.
Mm-hmm.
He got rid of them, yeah. He didn't waste a natural 20 either. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
That should be like a fun little
So
superstitious
yeah,
thing.
the average of
D&D players
20d20
do.
is 210.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so let's see. Last time we... Oh, wow, that's a new interface. That's kind of cool looking. It shows, like, I've never seen that happen. Are you guys seeing this as well? Like, in the chat box, that it's got, like, little mini D20 pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's new.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's fancy.
that's what I say. I'm like, I think it updated.
That's really cool. I want to do it. Wait. If you do a different type of
I'm
die,
seeing
does
it
it
kind of
show...
yellow.
Wait. I'm going to try, like, these sixes or something. Let's do...
Oh, you got a nat 1 in there, damn.
Let's do it D12.
I'm also below average, but better than Glenn, which is all that matters.
It does. It's got little pictures depending on the dice size you roll. Like D12s, it comes up as little D12s.
Mhm. And they come up
cool.
the color of your dice set, which is cute.
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes me want to pick white or yellow. There's something that stands out more. It's kind of hard to see it if they're red, but that's okay. Well, let me do D20s and see how that looks. Roll 20 D20s. That's a lot of D20s. Not bad.
It is.
Yeah, a little hard to see, but
Hey, that is above average. Finally.
Yeah, 216. All right, looks like I'm gonna be doing well tonight. Okay, so
We
let's.
don't want that. We don't want that for you.
You don't want that, no. Okay, so last time on D&D, that's what we're calling this. There, I believe the whole situation with Sturge was finally resolved as he was defeated the 2 sessions ago. Defeated, I guess, or knocked unconscious by an arrow to the back from Rain. Falling unconscious, you guys brought him ashore and through shoving him unceremoniously into a bag of holding of some sort, which we determined was about the size of a large cardboard box. You managed to sneak him into the city limits without.
We put his whole giant body in a backpack.
Yes. Rain snuck in via flying over the cliff sides and over the walls on the back of Miquihua. Then through a series of gestures and strange ad-lib sign language, managed to communicate to the astral being like which direction to go and whatnot. She was spotted somewhere along your route back towards the Steam Closet Inn, and you were accosted by a few guards who were panicking for the moment, thinking that something was up. They were about to start to fire upon Miquihua until you ran out from the alleyway shouting like, "No, stop, it's my pet," and introduced Miquihua to the guards, who promptly told you, well, don't do that, don't scare us, keep your pet locked up if you don't want it to get shot. And you're like, yeah,
I'm
fine.
like, well, fuck you guys, I'll shoot you.
You said like, basically, yeah, fuck you guys, but in the meantime, could you tell me where the Steam Closet Inn is, because I'm lost. So you managed to find your way back to the Steam Closet at that point. Meanwhile, Lloyd just took the direct route with a few little, checks, speech checks here and there, going through the barricade of guards near the cliff. They just let you in. You informed them that there was perhaps a corpse of one of the giants just down the shore, that if they wanted to investigate it, that they should do so. And you also made your way back to the Steam Closet Inn. Before doing so, though, you took a detour, and as did Jaez. I think Jaez also went. I can't remember, where was Jaez. I know we had that happened off
places.
You went places. Lloyd went places. Which but did not inform the party of what they were up to as of yet.
Oh no, I was actively going to look for Lloyd because we were waiting for him, so I went to places to go find Lloyd.
That's right. Okay.
I did say that.
So while everyone was waiting, Beni performed the cleansing ritual, or the remove affliction ritual upon Sturge, who had been slightly calmed by Miquihua's abilities, but the ritual seemed to take a much greater effect. So he was eventually calmed down to level 1 insanity, and is of a much more sound mind at this point. So it's like Miquihua's abilities, while they're useful in a pinch, they are nowhere near as potent as a full-on remove affliction ritual, is what you kind of glean from this. But anyway, eventually everybody meets back up at the Steam Closet Inn. It's quite late at night at this point, probably pushing midnight or so. And at some point, like a few minutes or so after everybody was in the same room, Beni started hearing the noise of kind of like trickling water or something coming from nearby, and he turned around to see that the Tome of the Shadowsea, which he had just kind of left on the table nearby, had started to like wet the table, for lack of a better word. Salt water had started to pour from between the pages out onto the table itself, and drip down onto the floor and leak. And so, not wanting that to become a huge mess, he tossed it in his bag of holding and then decided to just keep a watch on it temporarily. And I think that's about where we left off last time. Oh yes, and speaking of the Tome of the Shadowsea, Beni had been hearing some strange whispers coming from it and had been perusing the pages in search of what might be the cause of that, but to no specific conclusion, other than it seemed like it was perhaps being activated or becoming active or something along those lines. So, that is where we will pick up now. You're all back here cozy in the steam closet for the time being. Everybody is sane. And there is currently a bag of holding with a leaking book in it. So,
what a time to be alive.
yes. Okay.
And we have an hour before it blows or whatever. Is that what we decided?
This sounds correct. I know we did the math.
Yeah.
No.
It's not gonna last. We know it's not gonna last.
So yeah, it is also worth noting that when you fought those demons in the tunnel system underneath of Title and interrogated the snake-ish looking one with all the arms, she mentioned that they were due to check in the next day. Well, today. It's midnight now, so this coming morning or this coming day would be when they were due to check in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
mine.
you know what that meant? Or we were still trying to figure that out, right?
Not really sure. You don't like.
Yeah,
Well, I'll allow you guys to discuss because now I'm opening up the floor to you guys. Whatever you want to do.
Am I conscious?
You are conscious, yes.
But in pain.
Yes, the ritual
Okay.
did not
He'll
go
be
as
fine.
smoothly as it could have, and it left your body racked with some like numbness, tingling pain inside of several limbs.
Okay.
But your mind is.
And it was definitely all ritual, and none of it was about your shoulder being dislocated.
I'm very curious how much damage Sturge took over the course of that entire ordeal.
A lot.
So much.
Quite a bit, yes. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'll go back.
Jaez, I was gonna say Jaez would kind of go up to Lloyd and just let him know, like, you are aware Lady Vega is in town anymore? I went looking
What?
for you, and she
I
gone.
thought she was waiting in town until our kid got back.
Mm.
Oh, well. Actually, on that front, maybe we don't have to worry about that. I sent someone to either go collect them or protect them in the meanwhile while we get some things going here.
Well, we're moving, so yeah.
Well, if anything, either they'll be coming back here or they'll end up in Column City. Probably in Column City. At a little bookshop.
JD, does this sound like strange to me, or had we like worked something out where she was gonna?
You have
Oh,
no.
some-
Discuss something.
This is news to you.
Okay, that's what I was
This is
thinking.
yeah. This is news to you. This is unexpected.
You didn't Well, it seemed like one of your neighbors said that, like, I wasn't very discreet. I did try to politely knock on the door despite it being in the middle of the night. And then I'm not going to lie, I did try to break in, but damn, your locks are very difficult to break. So I just thought maybe somebody died inside. I was concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
But it seems like she's already left.
Well, that's worrisome. At least to some degree. It's
But-
dangerous in here, but it's also dangerous out of here.
I also took a visit to the manor to talk to Lord O'Driscoll.
Well, I trust you, so.
Oh, no, I was just concerned. Didn't want to make sure you weren't kidnapped by any of these aberrations and whatnot. Demons, storm giants. There's way
Like
too much out
Tourette's.
there. How are we still alive?
Pure force of will.
I
And luck.
honestly
And
have been
spite.
asking that question for many long years.
Jaez is definitely alive because of spite.
There's some of that to go around.
Well, there's a storm. There's a wet book. What do we do?
Probably time to go to bed.
Is it? Is it though? This seems concerning.
And if anything crazy
Can-
happens,
Can we stop it? Betty, can you stop it? You with the wet book.
Benny has an idea. Benny doesn't know if it'll work.
Oh,
Is it putting it in the bathtub? Because that's what I was thinking.
No. Benny's gonna try and see
Uh,
if actually activating it and then deactivating it works.
but
Oh.
what if you can't turn it off?
Well, then that would be a problem.
I mean, we already have the problem of it being on. Is it going to turn like more on?
War on.
Probably not. At
Is
least
it salt
not-
Don't
water?
talk about me like that.
Is it fresh water or
Well-
salt water? I don't know
Salt.
if that matters. I'm just
salt water,
curious.
apparently.
It does taste salty. Yes.
I was gonna say, can we smell the sea off the book?
Yeah.
Is it briny?
Briny. It is quite briny. And I think I mentioned earlier, it does have like this hint of, it's like just small hints of like sulfurous, like nastiness to it.
Oh boy.
So
Well,
who's
that
gonna
idea is
take it?
better than nothing.
Okay, go for it.
What do you need, Benny?
Hmm?
chug, chug, chug.
What would you need to need any component? Not that I don't think there are any components left in the town with the.
Nope, no components needed. Just some time.
Some time.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So do you wanna? So what do? You just take it out of the.
Yep.
Okay, so it's been a little bit since you've left it in there, and sure enough, like half of the bag is full of this. Like you get this big rush of the smell of salt water and a little bit of sulfur as you open the bag up, and then so the bag can only hold so much, and because it is an extra dimension, you can't actually see what's in there unless you reach in and try and grab something specifically. You have to think of what you're grabbing out. So like even if you were to turn it upside down, like nothing would happen, because it's a magical bag, not like an actual bag or something. So but yeah, the smell though does escape. So there is this like the smell of salt water. It's much stronger, much more pronounced when you open the bag up.
Okay. Does Benny's room have a balcony?
No, it wouldn't have a balcony. There's not a whole lot of need for balconies in this cold climate. Nobody really wants to go outside if they can avoid it.
Is there access to the roof?
Not directly, but you could think of a few ways to get up there.
How high is the roof?
It's a 2-story building, so it's about 35 feet or so.
Do I have a window?
You do have a window, yes.
If I can just teleport from the window to the roof, I'll do that.
That's possible. Yeah, you don't have line of sight, so does your thing require line of sight?
I think we said teleport does, but I'm thinking of just sticking my head out the window, looking at the roof, and teleporting that way.
I see. Yeah, I'll give that to you. Okay, easy enough. It kind of depends on the angle of the, but that's splitting hairs and it's whatever. So, if you wanted to, you could physically just walk downstairs, maybe look, and I don't know. You could find a way, I'm sure. So it's not really a big deal. Okay, so you stick your head out the window. You kind of try and find something to focus on, and there's like a chimney that's within your eye of sight or your line of sight. That's close enough to teleport to, and you're like, okay, well that should do. And so you teleport and bamf out of the room and up to the chimney. Okay, so you're now outside on the roof. It is raining quite heavily at this point, and you can see flashes of lightning off in the distance in the sea. From this vantage point, you can actually see all the way to the ocean, to the south. So, what do you do?
Benny's gonna activate the book to the weather one for rain, just the basic rain for 10 minutes, and then bring it back down.
Okay, so you take out the book. Like I said, it's you focus on the book, and when you reach in, you feel your hand plunge into this cold water, like really cold water, as you grab the book and draw it forth. And when you bring your hand out, it's just it's completely soaked, up to the sleeve. And the pages apparently are waterproof. They do not seem to be affected at all. But the page, you can't tell if it's the book itself that's dripping water now, or just the rain from the sky that's falling on the book and dripping off. But it is a lot of water coming off of this thing. And I actually need to do something real quick. Let's see. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay. So yeah,
so there you are. I was wondering who had my tome.
Right now, only Beni hears this.
Is this from the book?
It's directly in your mind. You cannot hear, it's just some telepathic message.
Have the book. It's like Harry Potter.
I'm kind of busy at the moment, and tries to activate it.
You think you can actually counteract my own charge? Go ahead and try, little mage.
Roll an Arcana check.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's our wizard, folks.
That's our Beni. Even with a 13, he's just like, Puh.
Okay, 54.
Arcana check. Puh.
All right, Let's see. Where is it?
Damn it!
I mean, we are dealing with a god.
So?
To be fair, like, think about the
You
smaller
don't have a
players.
chance, little one. Just
Not the
let
difference.
this
He was
happen.
kind of close there. Aren't you
Yeah.
a little sweating there?
No
Like,
response for that.
literally?
Yeah. Okay,
The
so
gods.
you spent you
plus
start
the
reading
roll
you
isn't
start
that much higher.
you start reading this tome, and the the pages seem to kind of almost fight against you. It's like the pages themselves start kind of like trying to flap up and out of your grasp. Like there's some sort of unforeseen wind that's like blowing the pages around. The book itself starts to kind of like almost like try and jerk from your grasp. You hold it as strongly as you can in your grip, but it seems like the whispers that you heard coming from it are starting to accelerate and become a little bit louder. So at this point, let's see here. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Ah, there it is. Yes. Okay. All of you guys hear, as you don't see Beni anymore because he's up on the roof, but you hear the sound of thunder coming closer to this vicinity. So you continue reading and trying to focus and contain the effects of this tome. Make a second Arcana check. Okay.
Gadion!
Why do you insist on trying to define me?
Well, the question of existence is quite an impressive one. Beni does not have the answer to that question yet.
Damn it.
Oh man.
Oh.
You know, we're closing the gap. We're closing the gap. You know what? It's
So
okay.
close.
We're
So
getting there. Best of
Beni
three.
is
Best of three.
wrestling with a god right now.
Yeah.
Your will is quite strong. I grant you that. But the Shadowsea only obeys me.
Make another check.
Okay.
At least you're consistent.
It's going up by one,
Yeah.
by 154, 56, or 50.
So is he.
Oh my god.
Oh no. He's toying with you.
Jesus.
Yes.
You're annoying me at this point. Just give up already.
You think that any of us we're like
You do
"That's
notice.
taking a
You do
while."
notice. You've been at this. Okay, so this is happening over time.
Yeah.
You guys, you heard an initial approach of the storm. It hasn't changed in the last 10 to 20 minutes. It seems like it's being held in place. What are you guys doing?
I think like Jaez would be popping his head out, just, like tap that. What Magic Man? What is happening?
So you see these like arcing bolts of lightning off in the distance, like getting like closer. It looks like they're just maybe a few hundred feet just off the coast in the ocean, and it'll make whatever this storm is will make landfall quite shortly.
Should we run up there and check on Beni?
You could.
Oh yeah, no, that was a question posed to the group.
Oh yeah,
Rest
so
of the group.
I'm a 10.
Rain, you're agile. You should go up there and check on him.
I was about to say I don't mind to be on a roof. Sure.
okay.
He might need breadsticks. We don't know.
I doubt that.
He could
What if
be
this is
hungry.
like a Popeye
He could
the
be
Sailor Man
hungry.
thing? He pops a breadstick and just gets a nat 20.
That would be incredible.
You never know.
Beats the god.
Yeah,
Rain,
I'll
he
climb up on the
requires
roof. Why not?
breadsticks.
Okay, so Rain, you wanna climb up there?
Yep.
Okay, make an athletics check to climb up the side of the building. Do you want to go out the window
Yeah, I'm just like
or?
fully. I sure do. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
You had my intentions exactly. Athletics?
Yeah.
No, not diploma.
You were very
It's okay.
You're
You can
very...
you can
No,
reroll
that's
it. You can
Sorry, I'm
reroll it.
trying to click the right one. It was
31.
how do I
Oh
wanna
wow,
say?
not 20.
What is
Okay.
When-
No,
Okay.
that was
when
bluff.
you stop
Her athletics is
scrolling
31.
and the page
31.
keeps scrolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
A nat 20. Okay, so
Sorry about that.
No, that's her bluff.
Hey, you're just gonna warm it up.
JD, that's her bluff.
That's her blood. Oh.
Her athletics is 31.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
Still, a 31 is enough. So
That was pretty good.
Yeah, a 31 is pretty good. So
Sorry, I'm just having some lag.
okay, so you kind of after 10-15 minutes passes, and Beni still hasn't returned yet. You kind of just get the feeling like you're a little bit worried about him, and so you kind of stick your head out, and like the rain starts hitting you in your face, and you're like, and you squint, and you can see him up there chanting, and his voice is kind of carrying across the sky much farther than it should. Whatever language he's speaking in, which is Abyssal. Do you speak Abyssal? I don't think you speak Abyssal.
Jaez speaks
I do
Abyssal.
not know.
Okay, so you don't know what Benny's saying, but he's speaking in this foreign tongue, and this like sharp language, and shouting out. You know that scene where Saruman is kind of summoning the storm, and his voice kind of carries on the. It's like that, except it's Beni. He's got this giant book opened up in his hands, and the pages are just kind of going all over the place like this, and it looks like he's having trouble holding it, almost like it's trying to like get away from him. And you're like, well, that's not right. So you decide to climb up there, and easily enough, like you just kind of reach out, you find the edge of the gutter, and with your light weight, you just kind of jump out, like do a quick like tumble onto the edge of the roof, and kind of jog up to Beni to see if he needs your help. So Beni, you see rain kind of in this wind and storm approaching. What do you do?
Beni could use some help as he's chanting.
Yeah.
How?
Breadstick.
Let's start with
Told you he needs a
holding the book.
breadstick.
Holding the book, okay?
All right. I can do the yell. Just can I come up like in front of him, just like grab the other side of it?
Yeah. You can grab the other side of the book and help him hold some of the pages down. That'll make it easier to read.
Yeah.
Benny, I'm going to give you a +2 to your next roll.
Okay.
Making a little. Go ahead and make your next Arcana check. 58. That's a good one.
See, it's just progressively getting higher. Like,
It is.
That means
Stop
you
it,
got a
JD.
60,
That's
right?
a 60, right?
yay!
Mm-hmm.
And he's got
Okay.
an assist.
All right. You feel the book kind of start to relax a little bit in your grasp as Rain's presence there holding it down seems to be not. It's not just her hands like holding the pages down. It just seems like the extra presence of another will being next to this book is having some effect as well. And yeah, it's just like.
This town will be destroyed. It is inevitable. Your book does not belong to you, mage. I know who you are.
Do you know? I think Rain joined us to rain on your day.
Beautiful. I
So
loved it.
Rain, you don't hear.
Yeah, when
hear
it
that.
rains, it pours.
Yep.
Oh, I don't hear that.
Yeah.
I'll join in on the heckling anyway.
Okay. Well, actually, Benny, did you say that out loud?
Beni does say it. Anytime he's talking with this voice, he'll say it aloud.
Okay, so Rain, you do hear Benny say that, and at first, Amy, you're the only person here, so you don't know what that was directed at, but you did hear him say.
I mean, the book, I assume.
Okay. Okay. Make another Arcana check
Okay.
Magical talking item.
with the +2. So,
Are you talking to the book?
is this with the +2 or without it?
Without.
Without. So it's a 54. 54. Okay.
Rain, we need more friends.
All of a sudden,
Can I just yell out?
so Rain and Benny, you both feel the book just strongly just jerk from your hands for a moment, and like that was weird. That's the first time you felt it, Rain. But Benny, that was an especially strong, like just jerk, and you feel like this gust of wind just like smash you in the face for a second.
So how long has it been since they've been? Because I have a feeling. Like, how long has it been since they've been out there? Because the rest of us are we jumping on the roof?
So,
Yeah, just like yell like, hey, anyone want to come wrestle this book?
okay, you yelled
What the hell are
out.
they doing up there?
Make a everybody make a perception check. The people that are in the room.
Wrestle a book. The hell is
Yeah,
she
'cause
got?
I don't want to leave Benny.
Alright, 1 second. I have a character sheet. There we go. Perception. Is the alcohol still impeding me? Oh, well, a little bit.
Okay. So Sturge, you hear Rain's voice come through the cacophony of the storm outside. She says like, "Hey, it's fate. It's kind of off in the distance, but it's like, can anybody help us read this book?" Or is what you think she said.
Do you think it's odd they went up on the roof to read a book? Or
I mean,
That's
you knew the
strange.
plan.
Wait,
heal myself?
Rain? Reading?
Hey. I'm literally.
Jaez is concerned. He might be going on the roof.
Okay.
Like, Beni needs Rain to help read. Nope, that doesn't sound right. Excuse me, I'm going on the roof.
Okay. Make an
concerned.
athletics check.
I'd like to take my whiskey with me.
Okay.
The one I left in the room.
Lucky for you, you managed to hold your liquor just fine. So, yeah. I would give you a slight negative to that, but even with the negative, you managed to get up there no
Okay.
problem. In your case, you use one of your daggers to kind of, like, you get a dagger into one of the roof shingles, which is deep in there, and you use that as a handhold to kind of get up there. And you see the oddest sight. You see Benny and Rain just kind of side by side, like holding this book that and like kind of that's moving like this, and Benny's got the like you hear the same thing. Like Benny's chanting in this. Do you speak Abyssal, right?
I do.
You do. So you hear Beni chanting in Abyssal, and his voice is just carrying out over the storm and kind of traveling out in the direction he's speaking. Like it does, like it's an arcane verse, so you don't quite know what it means, but you can tell that it's some sort of spell that he's chanting. So what do? You see them.
Man, what the hell? Well, because I'll visually see Rain and Beni holding a book, like it just looks like they're struggling with it, or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, like I said, you
What
see
is-
like Rain is physically like she's got the book clamped between her two hands like this. She's got like the bottom of the book, and then her top hand is pushing the pages down on this side.
Oh,
And like Benny's got his hand as much as he can around the edge of the book, and his other hand is up towards the sky like this.
oh, okay, that makes more sense to Jaez. He's like, oh, duh, it's windy. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Good God. It's like, ugh. So, with his non-whiskey hand, he gets up there and he's like, oh, why didn't you say you needed help holding this? And he's gonna start holding the book.
Okay, so you're gonna hold the other side.
Yeah,
All right. So you have a
inadvertently helping make. Yeah.
So Benny, you effectively have a +4 to your rolls, your next roll. So go ahead and make another roll. So that's a
That
50.
makes sense. He's having
53.
a hard time.
Yeah.
So 53. Oh!
Oh,
Oh no! Oh yes, it's good. Okay.
Oh yes.
when God gets a natty one.
Oh! Okay, so
Well, now we know what the lowest
You
is.
will not
Well, I guess we could.
this.
okay.
Motherfucker has
With
a
that, you hear
Plus
you
46.
Yeah, you feel the storm die away a bit. Feels like you reduced its potency to the one level down. Okay, make another Arcana check.
We did
And
it,
Whiskey's
guys.
John is like, what
60.
what exactly are we doing? What is happening? Are we just what is happening?
Demon God, make it storm.
Oh gods, he's here.
Oh.
fuck.
And you just like
You give it, then it take
I
away.
will not lose to the likes of you.
and you feel the storm just push right back as like 10 lightning bolts all just go in the area. It's like
I think Jaez at that point goes, what the fuck? Starch! Starch!
I'm drinking my potions.
They're just
Get your crazy ass up here!
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
make an athletics
Sort of-
check.
What sort of movement? It's standard to get up there?
Yeah, we're just kind of role playing this in like 5-minute increments. Like for each roll is like been 5 minutes past. Like so.
Okay.
So just make an athletics check. It's just to get you onto the roof without falling off the roof.
Jaez's whiskey has since fallen out of his hand. The glass is shattered. It's dribbling. Oh god, it was such good whiskey.
Okay, you're good.
Oh,
You-
that's a damn shame.
I also go out there. It looks like it's an additional +2 for each individual.
Okay, so you make. Okay, you're
Yes.
the final
You got-
athletics check. So Lloyd, make an athletics check.
Okay. Can it be acrobatics?
No, this is just straight up climbing.
Come on, old man.
I too wish.
This
I
involves like
Get
climbing
your
and then
arthritis together.
like doing one of these one of these pull up type deals. A 29.
you
It's barely enough. It's barely enough. You're good. Just
We're
barely.
rowing a boat all day.
Yeah.
You can handle this.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. Y'all didn't get a break from that.
Yeah, you need it. Let's see. Where's my? Let's see. For y'all's level. Here it is. Yeah, you needed a 29, and you got exactly a 29, so you're good. Okay.
Like Lloyd just falls off the ground. It falls
Yeah.
off the roof. We're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It'll be
like,
2
oh,
stories.
Vega's gonna.
You'd be fine, but you'd be like, ow. Okay.
Like, please don't
so,
die. Vega would kill me.
All right. So, Sturgeon Lloyd, same thing. You get onto the top of this like wet, slippery like roof, and you see the scene of these, your 3 friends just kind of wrestling with this book, and Beni. Now that he's got 2 people helping him, Benny's just focused straight out to sea. His eyes are like turning this whitish color, and he's got his arms raised and like sweat. Well, it's hard to tell. His hair is plastered.
Raining.
Yeah, it's raining. Like his hair is just plastered to his face. It's so wet. All of you are like soaked at this point in this rain, and the wind is just like battering you. He's got his hands outstretched, trying his best to focus through this miasma of rain and into the clouds, focusing all of his intent up there. He's chanting in Abyssal. Meanwhile, Rain and Jaez are both like squinting in the rain, like with their hands like shoved on the book, trying to hold it in place. What are you 2 doing?
Communication with Jackson.
Guess we gotta help them hold the book. We do that, or do we use our turn to get up there?
No, you can start helping immediately because the next check will be 5 minutes later.
Okay, hold the book.
So just describe. So there's not really much else to hold the book. The book is being held. Can you contribute in some other way?
Hold Beni.
Hold Beni holding the book.
Like, if you can contribute in some other way, like.
Can contribute in some other way. Like
Emotional support.
wipe the sweat off.
Emotion. This is my emotional support gets Sarai.
This is where we need the cleric to bolster us. We like, give us the bard. The bard needs to come out. We need a bard.
Can we do encourage him?
I mean, the ones who read Abyssal, can you help with that? I don't know.
No one can
Oh,
read
I
the
Is
do.
book.
that a possibility?
I do read. I can read and speak a bit.
I don't know if that.
Do you want to add your
What?
voice to his?
What sort of
Oh,
help?
yeah. If he's just reading off the book, Jaez could definitely do that.
You can like you don't have a training in Arcana, correct?
No.
But that's okay. You can just read what's on the. You notice that that's what he's doing. He's just simply reading what's on the page, and so you decide to start reading what's on the page with him. But
Okay.
you probably want somebody else to take over holding the book, though, if you're going to do that, so that
Okay.
you can get a better look at both of the pages.
Okay. So then stirs. So, like, Jaez will call like somebody hold my end.
The book? You want to hold it, or do you want me to?
Jaez wants to start reading the book with Beni, so somebody else should take over holding the book.
You want to hold it, Glenn, or me?
I've got an idea, because we want to get as many people contributing as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like my character is like an expert in meditation,
Okay.
especially because one of the abilities that he gets is legitimately meditation. I feel
Meditation
like
of
he's
the
been
Blade.
doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like, what if I kind of, like, coached him into, like, going deeper inside himself to, like, ward off the influence or something?
Okay. Make a your choice of either diplomacy or charisma. Well, I mean, diplomacy is based on charisma, I think so.
Right. I think mine is literally, like, it's the same, so I'll just pick Diplomacy.
Okay.
Cross my fingers. Oh, I almost hit the back button there. That was rough.
26. That's that's higher than your level, so you are able to contribute to that. Okay. Okay, so we've got, and also, Jaez, I'd like you to make either a charisma check or an arcana check.
A charisma or arcana. Okay, let me think
Yeah.
here. Charisma's 22, arcana 16, 1 and half level. What level are we at? 24. It could. It could. It could. That's just right. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Good. Okay. So, even though you're not sure what you're saying, your sheer force of voice and force of will upon this book is having an impact. Beni, make a check with a +8 bonus. Nice. So that's what, a 55?
Yeah.
55. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Do it again. Basically, the first one of us to get to 3. Oh, that's wow. That's like a 60 what?
66.
66. Okay. If it's a tie, then there's no point. Okay, that's one
Yeah,
for
people
that's
would
one
get
for
one.
you. As you start, you're chanting like you're using like Jaez's voice kind of coincides with yours and echoes it, giving it even further impact. Roll again. 59.
51.
Wait a minute. He
ooh.
said 50. No, it's 53 plus 8.
Oh yeah, that is a 61. Okay, but I'm still a little higher.
Yeah.
So it's like
You will die.
Okay,
I have a
Gandalf.
question.
Not today.
okay,
Where's
Oh,
Rain's
you're better.
snake?
huh?
Oh yeah,
Rain-
where's Mukwihwa?
Oh yeah, Makuihwa. Makuihwa.
Where-
Probably not
Mukwihwa
making a
be-
fool of herself on the roof.
Well, Makuihwa
Because
can
you know what?
fly.
If we can,
She would have
if we
followed.
can get a plus 10 in here.
She would have
Yeah.
followed you up there. So she flies up, and now that everybody's on the roof, she thinks, why not? Like, kind of follows you up there.
Throw it in there.
Does she just anchor herself?
What?
Like, all right.
Now, in her case, like, what would you do? Like, she can't communicate with anybody here, so,
She
It's
using
like
context
holy
clues.
versus unholy, right?
could be. How are you going to put that
I mean,
to
I
use,
guess
though?
it
How are you going to
kind of
communicate?
I guess
Not
I guess
McLeod.
some of it comes down to, I think, her ability to read the situation, because we're all pretty occupied.
Yeah. I will go ahead and make an insight check on her behalf and see. Let's see. Let me pull up her character sheet.
I'm also gonna do something.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I don't think I'm going to take my hands off this book to try to
What is that? Is that a 9?
gesture to her.
She got a. Okay. Well,
30-30.
she. Okay. This is kind of an, what's the word? Emotive, like, based on everybody, the fact that you're out in this storm and you're reading a dark-looking tome and everybody looks worried, she can read into the situation and see that, like, this is serious. She, as an intelligent creature, she can deduce that this is a serious situation, and she's thinking about how to help. Like, she's out of uses of that one ability for the day. Let's see. What might she do? Oh, she is trained in Arcana. I didn't know that.
Oh,
She starts
Surprise.
speaking of Bizzle.
Yeah, she's...
look at her go.
Let's see, what other...
Can she like? I don't know if she's
Can
trained
she
in
read it?
Arcana. Can she like pour magic into it or something,
You know what? I think I know what she
or like
would do.
boost Benny's magic? I don't know.
I think I have an idea of what she might do. Okay. Miquiha, kind of, flies and kind of hovers just under the book, and, her tail, the tail end of her body just kind of comes up and gently rests on top of the pages and begins producing some radiant energy. Not unlike what it looked like she was doing to Sturge. But she's using it in a different way, I'm going to say. She's going to try and use it in a more arcane fashion. So I'm going to roll an Arcana check with her to see if she can try and calm the book itself. Which she does. Okay, so that'll aid as well. I'm technically breaking the rules by allowing more than a +8 because there is a limit to this, but considering who you're fighting against, you probably need it. So I'm gonna allow it.
Also, JD,
Yeah.
I don't know if this will help or not, but I can channel divinity, iron voids. Usually it gives a bonus to will defense, but I target Beni and give him like strength in his mind kind of thing.
I'll allow that. I'll allow that. Yeah, very much divine help could be very useful right now. Yeah, I'll allow you to use a channel divinity in a sort of unconventional way. I'm okay with that.
Usually gives a +5 power bonus to will defense until the end of my next turn. So, however you want to interpret that.
But this is very much a battle of wills right now. So will defense, yeah, I'd say this applies. It is very much a battle of wills, what's happening right now. So you dump a channel divinity into Beni. And, okay, so Beni, all of a sudden, you feel like a clarity come to your mind that is, like, uncanny. It's just, like, suddenly... like you manage to open your eyes and the stinging sensation of rain in your eyes is no longer there. You just see clearly, like, up into the clouds where, like, you almost see where each lightning bolt is forming before it even forms. And you continue chanting. Go ahead and make another arcane check. So I'm gonna say that this one is at... With everything, I'm letting the +5 defense go to +5 to this check from Sturge. So from Sturge, you're getting a +5 for the ability he just gave you. From everyone else, you're getting the +2 as normal.
13?
Think so.
Total
Yeah.
of 13.
Okay, so that is a 58. 58. All right, so that is 2 for you and 2 for me. The last one.
Yep.
So, I can do this 3 times a day,
You want to do it again?
if I can.
Yeah, you can.
Allow it.
Yep, I'll
Okay.
allow it.
That's 3 more divinity.
Okay. Okay, make
Wait,
that roll.
Beni,
Make that roll.
despite having a plus, oh, I see.
Oof. Okay, that's plus 13 is 난다로.
56.
56. Ooh, skin of your teeth. Let's see what I get.
What the?
Okay. Wow.
You
So-
were not down.
Expecting to get fucked, but we
Yeah,
got,
me too.
we got the nat 1.
Oh man. The storm.
I bet he's pissed right now.
Yes, the storm immediately.
He's so
as
rattled.
Benny's voice Beni and Jaez's voice combine into one almost chorus. It's this weird blend of this kind of like angelic sounding chorus voice, but in a demonic language, and it just pierces through the clouds and like blows them back. The lightning begins to cease and quiet. The storm itself begins to like die away, and yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, it starts to die back. The rain starts to subside back down to just a standard rain, just a normal, gentle rain. And so
The book, it's not leaking anymore? Or is this
Fine. If you insist on defying my storm, perhaps I will send my army instead.
So,
Did only Benny hear that?
yes, only Beni heard that.
He'll project that to the others. This is what evil god demon being said.
Okay.
No.
So you all heard that. Are you all yeah.
Well,
So,
We could go meet them in battle instead of them coming here.
so from
on
the
the ocean.
top
In the ocean.
Yeah, so you're currently on the top of the roof. The rain dies down to just a trickle. The book itself has completely relaxed in your grip. It is no longer flapping around or trying to fight you. The water, as far as you can tell, even though, I mean, because it's raining, it's kind of hard to tell, but as far as you can tell, it has stopped to leak water. So,
did it?
that avoided. You have avoided one of the worst storms that possibly could have racked this area.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay.
That's a Pyrrhic victory. Another covenant.
Yes. However, the last words of Gadion rest heavily upon your mind, Beni, as you now are not sure what that meant.
Can you say it one more time, JD? I couldn't quite hear.
He said that, he said, fine, if you defy my storm, perhaps I will send my army instead.
Well, we were
It might
assuming
be
a conventional
giants.
army anyway.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now?
Raise the alarm, or
They should probably know that it's on its way right now.
yeah, I mean they're already on edge, but
We should be okay because we have the rod, right? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Where's the
I
rod?
mean I was going to check. Lloyd, is it secure? Do you still have it? Like, we can't. We've gone through a lot of shit to keep that thing safe.
It has the rod. I got this
You
special
guys are
bag
asking me
here.
about the rod?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
checking that you have it because we've done a lot of work to keep it safe and put our asses on the line a whole bunch.
And it's important that you
It's
keep it in
safe.
this special rod bag.
It is safe. But it is not with me.
That's not safe.
You don't have it? You need the special rod bag. Here, put it in this bag.
Yeah, it is safe.
No.
Jai
There's
is
not
just
a
like,
place. There's not a place with us that isn't safe. There's not a place with us that's safe.
Everybody but Lloyd make an intelligence check, because Lloyd wasn't here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intelligent or not.
Actually, well,
Where is my- Because I know where it is.
I think, yeah.
I don't, but I'm just like, the only safe place is in our possession.
21,
I mean, because
31.
even
Full
Jaez
stop.
was even kind of skeptical too. He was like,
Okay, I need to whisper something to Beni. So I'm going to take myself off of, let's see, how does this work? Oh man, every time we do this I forget. So I gotta give my, or is there a way to whisper on this?
Discord?
I mean, you
On
guys could do
Discord.
like you guys could like go into like a private, like, the messenger chat. You just get off
Okay.
here and then just go to messenger,
Okay.
like your
Yeah.
DMs.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a text chat with you, Beni, real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, this should work.
Essentially a whisper.
Like, we've had things stolen out of locked rooms. We don't let it go.
That's why we have this special bag. It has to be in this special bag.
It has to be in the
To be fair, we never really briefed Lloyd about the rod. He just seen it in action.
To be fair,
I should let him take it.
be fair,
I should let him take it.
Lloyd shouldn't fear the rod. He's hardly seen it in use.
I mean, he's seen it in use and you gone crazy, so I think that was enough
I
incentive.
don't know. Most of
What
that
he's
was-
gonna
wasn't
say,
around.
what he's gonna say is that this is basically mine and Jaez's town, and our people are here, and basically every time you swing that thing, like, he doesn't even know like the full extent of, like, he doesn't know that it's summoned the literal Tarask before in the
Oh.
past, but he knows that, like, bad stuff has happened quite often, and he's pretty sure that that's not the full extent of what it's capable of, and he's just like, I'm not leaving this battle up to the fate of this rod and you guys using the rod. He says, you can have it back once we're done. This is my city and this is Jaez's city, and we've got some people to protect, and I'm not leaving it up to this rod.
Side question.
We all have people to protect. You don't understand what you have left sitting somewhere.
Like,
Are you
I
ta-
can see in the chat that the Arcana checks were for Gadion tomorrow. Does Beni know that?
I think you heard his voice in Glomnull.
Yes, he did.
Oh, we sure did.
You would recognize the voice. It's pretty unmistakable.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to protect people. You
Did you
can't
get my
just
chat
leave
message?
something
I
like
did.
that
Okay.
open.
Beni would like to make a mild point. This battle just now is with Gadion DeMarlo. And does anyone remember the previous fight with him?
Yeah, I
Yep,
forget.
bad time.
And
Just
the rod
shiver
was
down the spine.
useful for...
It was.
there was
It did
no
help
situation
in
with
defending them all.
Kellogg.
Let me bring up my conspiracy theory chart.
Wait, did Gideon want anything to do with the rod? I can't remember what his feelings
That's why
were.
I'm bringing up my conspiracy theory chart.
Plugs didn't want anything to do with it.
Recall that Kellogg had a particular distaste for Beni, and Beni distinctly
He also
remembered
didn't-
being knocked out several times by the invincible Kellogg, except when that Kellogg was smacked in the face by said rod.
Oh, he was turned to stone, wasn't he?
And then, yes. And
You
then
talking about
Kellogg
that
was
fight
turned-
where the ship crashed into the...
Yes, that was after.
What the
Go on.
Banana Foster
the Bananas
incident?
Foster fight.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Foster fight,
But-
yeah.
But Gadion made Kellogg immune
Hmm.
to everything.
Gadion made Kellogg immune
He
to everything.
did, except for the rod.
Everything
For
else.
the rod. And we
I
may
think it's
need,
out of his purview.
we may need the rod now. Well, not this second
Not this
now,
minute, but
yes, but this fight.
may be useful.
Like,
So while Benny mildly understands,
because
if
yeah,
you're-
Lloyd wasn't there
I've
for that
remembered
fight,
to-
was he?
Lloyd
Um,
was not there for that
there-
fight, no.
Okay, so
there,
yeah,
there
he
might be
wouldn't-
bigger
alright.
issues if we don't have it.
Don't fear the rod.
Jaez
I mean,
would look
there's
at
also
Lloyd
the
and
safest
just
out
like,
of our one.
yeah, Jaez would look at Lloyd and just like, and try to be like try to impress, like, just strongly that without that rod, we would have died. I understand where you're coming from.
Right. Yeah, it kind of made me a
And-
little crazy, but
That's nothing new for that guy over there. He does that a lot.
why don't we just give it to Beni then? He can take care of it.
And I mean, I swore it off for a while after the Tarrasque. That was not a great experience, but like,
If
Does
We're
Rain
smart
actually
with
say that?
it.
'Cause Benny's gonna like whip around.
yes, because why not?
What?
yeah,
And he doesn't want the rod.
actually, Jaez didn't know that either because that was the whole Safidi incident. He just kind of looks at her too, like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, we got trapped
If
with a Tarrasque. It's
anything,
not-
I'll go get it. I know where it is.
Really?
This is my town. I know where everything is.
He told, okay, without giving anything away, and I don't feel like going into whisper mode.
He
You-
told me exactly which thingy it was
he
taken to and inserted into.
But it was one that you had not been aware of.
Oh, I thought it was one that you said I was aware of.
It was not one that you were aware of. Like, even Lloyd didn't know about it until...
Oh, so even though I was told, like, oh, it's there, it's just go up there.
He was kind of vague about it. Well, he said a general vicinity of where that
All
is, but...
All right. Well, if you're comfortable, I can go with you.
It's Lloyd.
Because quite frankly, not everybody needs to know where it's been put. Especially if we didn't know. I didn't know. But I know where it is in general.
In general, Benny thinks at least one of us should physically hold on to it, or have quick access to it just in case.
Mm.
I
If
don't
anything, I
care
can
to
take
know the
I can
city.
I can take the bag, the
You can take my
rod bag
special
from
rod
Sturge.
bag.
I'll
My
take the
special
special
rod
rod bag.
Wonder, does everyone know it's a bag of shared acquisition? I don't know.
Well, yeah, because we were there. Well, at least Jaez and I think was there. Like
Yeah.
when you and Rain
Jaez
established
certainly
that you had a
knows. Yeah.
rod bag.
Okay. Guess it would have been cool if we had kept it a secret, but.
You can't keep secrets from the man of secrets. You can't do that.
Aha. Didn't know about the fruits though, did ya?
To be fair, you haven't pulled one out in a minute. In game, I don't know. When was the last time? I think it was in Hector
For a
Cartons.
while.
Yeah. In a minute.
Pulled one what?
So anyway, like,
Of
do
the
we
black
want
fruits?
to
Oh,
black fruit?
right. Yeah, the ones, like Sturge you have a bunch, but you haven't looked at them
Yeah.
in a while, so...
Kind of stopped using them once we got like these extra powers, like Bang's training or
They are risky for the reward.
So they might have changed with epic level.
You talking about the fruits?
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I was thinking to shove one in Benny's mouth to give him extra magic power, but then I thought of the Ioun's poise thing and used that. What have I got? What have I
All
got?
right.
Shoves black leathery thing into Benny's mouth. I'm like, oh.
Ugh.
Boot.
Probably wouldn't have helped.
Never appetite.
Like, so Jaez asked Lloyd, like, I can go with you and catch you up on maybe some positives where the rod did actually save our lives.
We kept
And
track.
we'll
Here's the book of the rod. Look at all the ticks in the positive.
We can go, but you guys are going on a diet after this.
the
A
rod diet.
Rod diet.
Diet.
Okay, so
I'm not fighting Sturge again.
Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe
you are
actually
pretty
saw him
tenacious, man.
Well, you could have just talked to me. I was your friend up until the point you killed me, right? I mean, I was showing you
Debatable.
my rings, and then you just killed me.
No, I didn't kill you.
Well, you.
It's not you out
Yeah,
for
that
it.
was me.
that was
technically.
actually technically Rain.
Oh, that was you killed me the second time.
Who's
might
counting?
have been slightly easier, but yeah, I didn't kill you.
Okay.
So, are Lloyd and I
You tell-
going, or what's happening?
What's
Like,
the
what are
plan?
we
you
doing?
just declare like I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
oh, Lloyd, we can go.
An empty water from his.
Yes, we're going.
Okay. So Lloyd and Jaez take off into the night, following the path you went to before, to retrieve the rod. In the meantime, Beni, what did you say a second ago?
He's gonna try and get the water out of his bag.
I see. So yeah, easy enough. So you kind of using your best judgment, kind of tilt the bag at a slight angle and think about salt water or something. And sure enough, like a torrent of a number of gallons of salt water comes pouring out of the bag just down onto the street below, and eventually it comes to a trickle and stops. Smells not so great because of the sulfur, but it is apparently gone from the bag. Where's the tome, by the way?
After he's emptied the bag, he's putting it right back in the bag.
Okay. All right. So the tome goes back in the bag. Okay. Do you guys? By you guys, I mean Lloyd and Jaez. Do you guys want me to still keep the thing secret, or?
Yeah, go ahead and keep it.
Yeah, it's gonna be secret. We're not telling them where that is.
Okay.
They don't need to know
Let me just go ahead and.
We don't care as long as we get the rod back. That's all.
Exactly. So it's like that's just details.
Okay, hang on a second. So I'm gonna take myself off of this. Just for a moment. Mute.
I was gonna try to bluff him into.
There we go. Oh wait. Okay, so
Jaez is just like, no, just
So-
at least
Pretty
between
funny.
two
for
people,
you
we can
guys,
do that.
I'm gonna
Would've
have.
been awesome.
So for Jaez and Lloyd, I'm gonna need you to open up your mics and stuff on Roll20,
Okay, and then mute ourselves
and
on
then
Discord.
mute
Okay.
yourselves on Discord. Test. I think everybody should be able to hear me right now. Everybody.
What the heck? Why? Why is this happening? Oh, there we go. Okay. JD, can you hear me?
I can hear you, can ya?
I can't hear you. Lovely. Oh,
You can't hear me?
I
Okay.
can't tell if we're
I muted myself, though.
whispering or not.
We're not whispering yet. Like I control the whispers.
Hold on.
So.
Oh, I know why.
Oh no, you're good. You're good, Kenya. You're on Roll20 now. And
I
so
can hear JD through someone else's speaker. What is happening?
really, that's weird. We'll tell you what. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna whisper to Glenn and whisper to Jazz. Okay, so now if you can hear me, it should be through your own speakers. I've muted everything else. So, okay, so Glenn, you got me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't hear anything at all. That's weird.
You can't hear me? Well, I guess you can't. You wouldn't be able.
Just confirming. If you can't hear me, say yes.
Got really hot in my house all of a sudden.
Yeah, fuck.
Turn the AC on. Hopefully she'll be back. Okay, now I need to.
Are you in the Kofu
Yeah,
area?
Kofu area, yeah. Not next to
yeah.
it, Kaishi, pretty much.
That's weird.
I can hear you, Kenya, so I don't know.
well.
Reconnect to. Hang on, let me try. Test. Kenya, can you hear me? Kenya,
What?
hello? No, she's muted. She's muted herself.
Muted and she's whispering to someone.
Probably
I guess
to
that's
me.
you.
Maybe. Okay. Do. Well, sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. We can't control Roll20's craziness. Out of curiosity, while they're trying to figure that out, I'm going to check the chat to see if there's anybody watching. Let's see. Number of people.
The boner guy you were talking about the other day?
Yeah.
Is he in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
No. Sweaty boner. That's a guy who follows Paul's channel.
Which is interesting.
Sweaty boner.
Let's see. Let's see. Right now, I can hear. So. Yeah, I can hear you, Kenya. I don't know why you can't hear me, but
It's probably because her mic is
Yeah,
muted.
well, let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I know it was muted because I couldn't hear either of you, so I didn't want to interrupt. So I just went back to Discord.
Oh, I see.
I can't. I don't hear.
You don't hear anything, huh?
No.
Wait, you just responded to me. Hello?
Well, she went back to
Oh,
No, it didn't.
Discord.
I see. Okay, well, for the time being, I'm just going to talk to you so we can maybe move things along somehow. And we'll catch her up later, maybe. Okay, so you make your way towards one of the underground tunnels, so that you can get outside of the city walls once again. And like I said, it's a little bit of a walk. It's about an hour and a half walk out into the Frost Fangs to the west. It's like you went there before. I need you to make an intelligence check real quick, just to see if you remember something.
I figured that was probably what would happen if I had to go back.
Just make a straight intelligence check to see if you remember what the combination was.
Yeah.
Hey, good for you. You're lucky, you do. Even though you burned Lord O'Driscoll asked you to burn the combination once you were done, and you did so. Fortunately, though, you remember what the numbers were. Yeah. at this point in time, so. All right, so with that information, you go with Jaez. You guys walk the whole distance down to the vault. You find that tree, that giant, what was it, oak? I can't remember what kind of tree it was, but
Some kind of tree.
yeah, some kind of tree. So you find that giant tree, and around the backside you find the illusory ice spikes, and walk through them to the backside of that rock where it was. And like Jaez is like, wow, I didn't know this was here before. And so you open it up, and there's a I forget, you had wrapped it up in something. I
Can't remember.
I feel like you might have had it in just a simple bag or something. But anyway, you didn't actually go down in there the first time you came. You actually just kind of opened the door, tossed it in, and then closed it real quick because you didn't want anything to do with it.
He's also not going to grab it out of there. He's just gonna unlock it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we definitely need to get Kenya in here somehow. So let's see, how can I do this? Let's see. I know what to do. I'm going to disconnect from. Well, let's see if I do this. No. Call. Enjoy this moment, then jump in when you're ready. What? Yeah. Hello? It's not working. Oop.
What if you just called the line chat?
Yeah,
and
that's.
had me and her pick up.
Ah, yeah. Actually, that could work. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's a good idea. Here, let me just start a quick line chat with you two in it. Kind of sucks for the viewers; they have no idea what's going on, but it's can't be helped.
I mean, I guess they'll hear some kind of something.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's make a new chat. Group. I want you and let's see. I forget what her name on here is. Is it just Kenya? No. There it is. Next. Create. And then call. Voice call. Why?
Alright. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you now. What the fuck? Okay.
Oh, are you on Roll20 now?
Now I'm on Roll20.
Okay, so I will go back through
Sorry. Fighting so hard to get into this damn whisper.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, folks. So we got the technical difficulties figured out. So, you follow Lloyd into the tunnel system of Title, the secret tunnel system, which you are familiar with. Just as well, you are also familiar with one of the exits, which takes you out the western side of the city. The western side of the city, it pops out outside of the city walls, a good 1,000, 2,000 feet away from the walls, away from prying eyes. However, it is directly in the Frost Fangs. So there is a kind of thin, narrow path that leads out into the wilderness of the Frost Fangs, where there are a number of kind of private residences, safe houses, that kind of thing. And you've been out here before, so you were unaware that there was any kind of secret, stash or like safe, like other than the places to lay low, which are just houses really. They're not really like guarded vaults or anything. But it sounded like this was some sort of guarded vault that you were unaware of. But you follow Lloyd, through the Frost Fangs, and it takes you about an hour and a half. It's a good long walk, and it's quite chilly in this rain and in this cold. So you're kind of shivering as you walk and miserable because it's freezing cold and it's still raining, even though the thunder has more or less stopped. Eventually, you come upon this giant this giant evergreen tree that's just off to the right side of the path, and you've passed by it before, but Lloyd's kind of mentions is like, okay, stop here, and he kind of motions for you to join him as he walks around to the back side of it, and you see nothing. There's just a bunch more ice spikes. The whole area around you is like impassable because it's just filled with all of these jagged, like stalagmite looking spikes of ice. But you see him just pass right through a number of them, and you realize that it's like, oh, this is illusory. It's an illusion. So you follow suit, and you follow him through these illusionary ice spikes, and it takes you down another short narrow path towards what you think is towards the north, about another several hundred feet, at which point it ends abruptly, and there's like a big boulder just kind of sunk into the ground there. And he walks around to the backside where there's a small like metallic surface with a whole lot of numbers on it. And it's like, oh, okay, it's like there's numbers, and then one of those like turny like locking mechanisms, like almost like a domed vault entrance. And Lloyd inputs the combination into the thing, and he flips open and there you go. So you guys can take it from here.
So what's the deal with this rod?
Well, I don't know the history behind it exactly, but I do know that Kellogg and Gadion DeMarlo, from our last fight, first ever fight, at least for me, my first ever fight with them, they weren't too keen about it and wanted to stay away from it at all costs. So if it's an anathema to them, then I think maybe we should keep it around, especially if it's Gadion DeMarlo that's trying to destroy our city. I don't like it either.
And
In fact, I wish we could just chuck it into the sea.
And it's not safe in here?
Honestly, we've encountered beings that can use portable holes and magic, and apparently there was also a lunchbox that was taken. I don't really know what that was, but apparently it was locked up pretty safe and tight. But somebody was able to break into the room without any locks, without any keys or anything, and just take it. Or a box? I don't know.
That is what Sturge referred to it. Sturge and Rain both referred to it as a lunchbox, but you're not really sure what the hell that was.
Yeah, I was like, Jaez, I don't know what it was. It was important enough that they kept it under something even more than a lock and key, and it was stolen right from under them, kind of. So I don't put anything past this world.
Well, I'm definitely tired of this rod because they just use it so, like, without
Willy-nilly.
any kind of hesitation. They just shoot it off every 5 seconds, it feels like, and every single time they do it, it feels like the fate of the world could change in that very moment.
Yes.
It's definitely gotten taxing, and I've not been around it very long.
It does seem like they have some skill in controlling it somewhat.
But not
They
controlling
can choose
themselves.
that, no.
I would not put
Despite
something
the-
like this in the hands of someone who's like 12 years old.
Absolutely not. But it does seem like they try to choose the lesser of the two evils when given a choice with this thing. So, maybe we can trust them with it enough. Or who knows, maybe we can train and figure out how to use it better than them. I don't know.
I have no intention of laying my hands on it ever again.
Fair. You really didn't know that Lady Vega left?
No. Quite strange.
Well, it seemed like everything was dark in the house. I couldn't even get in or anything, and nobody was answering the door aside from the neighbor.
It's possible that Poppy could have stopped by once again, because he serves the same whatever it is that Sturge does. And I believe he gets visions to some degree, so it's possible that he became aware of her demise or her being in some kind of danger and could have saved her that way.
Oh.
I'm uncertain as to what else it could be, though.
And you didn't send her off with a sending stone before leaving, huh?
No, I don't have anything like that. But she's definitely not, as far as I know, she's magically inert, but she's very capable, so
Yes.
I have to assume that she's okay, at least for now, while we have the threat of giants showing up and whatever it is that Beni was talking with.
Yeah, she could be fine. She's a strong lady. She's a very tough lady, and she's kind of scary.
True. I know how to pick them.
Yeah, you'll be happy to meet Callista again then. She's just like her.
I'm really excited for that. Let's hope we can survive long enough to get to that point.
Well, you won't have to worry too much for her. She'll be taken care of.
Well, I suppose we ought to go meet these giants as soon as possible so we don't have to deal with any more complications.
Have any ideas how to kill them? I mean, you were enslaved for a while.
Well, I know that they've got a pride like no one else I've ever met. They're kind of clumsy as well. So, I say it's probably best to probably take out the weaker ones as quickly as we can, and then separate the stronger ones and try to take them on one at a time. It's probably not a great idea to put the 5 of us up against however many giants it's gonna be all at once.
So divide and conquer?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah. There's some scrawny ones among them, so
What if it's an
that's the one that's
army?
dead.
That was a scrawny giant. I imagine
Yeah.
it still looks a bit intimidating.
Yeah, I mean he was more of a magical kind of guy than a warrior kind of guy, but yeah, he was a bit of a scrawny one.
Well, we'll do what we can do, and we'll die trying and take them with us.
sometimes it'd be that way.
Good talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently the vault door is open. When you look inside, it's dark in there, but Jaez with the dark vision, you can see down in there that it seems to be a relatively small storage space, and just there on the ground is a bag, just a little small burlap sack that has, and you can see the tip of the rod just kind of out of it. It looks like it was chucked in there, and it's just resting on the floor.
Who knows?
There's a
Giant
short
steps down.
ladder. There's a short ladder that goes down in there.
Yeah, he's gonna climb down and just sighs. Who knows? Maybe this thing will actually save the world. At least our little
It
city.
does something good.
Okay.
He picks up the rod and puts it in the bag.
Do you currently have one of the shared acquisition bags, or just your own bag?
Yeah, I took Sturge's shared acquisition bag.
Okay. You put that in there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, just looking around this little room, there's a lot of wooden crates that are nailed shut, but they don't seem to have labels. Well, actually, yeah, one of them does have a label. It says it does say like healing items.
We should probably take some of these.
Not a bad idea, especially because in my fight with Sturge, we lost a number of healing potions. He was really determined to get this thing back.
Of course he was. Did you at least knock him out? A
Well,
few times.
I knocked him out once, and then he, I got pretty far away, and then he woke back up and started flying after me. I didn't know he could fly that far. Anyway.
Don't tell him I said this, but he is actually quite terrifying when he's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Just 6 foot plus, crazy flying green man with like wild eyes. My God.
yeah, it was not a fun battle by any stretch of the imagination. I would like to not do that anymore, and in fact, I think we're gonna have to start putting quotas on their insanity before they're able to, use it again.
You could say. Let's crack open that crate of healing thing.
Okay.
Alrighty.
It's easy enough to do. What do you if you want to use what do you want to use to open it with? Well, actually,
Probably got like a pry bar.
there probably would be a pry bar around. Yeah, so never mind. You can find a pry bar in this room that's for that purpose, and you kind of use it, crack open the crate, and inside is nestled within. It's like a layer of basic potions. Then there's like a layer of straw that's kind of helps cushion everything. Then another layer, and then another cushion, and then a final layer. So it looks like the top layer is a set of 12 basic healing potions. Then the second layer, again, basic healing potions. The third layer looks like it has 3 potions of vitality. So there's 3 potions of...
Let's see. See, I
Do
already
you
have
think they've pulled
5
the rod out
piercing.
of the pouch yet?
Jaez opens the pouch to look.
It's still there.
Okay.
No,
I was
it's
about
still
to
there.
say, you
I
could
mean-
probably funnel potions to everybody through this bag.
Yeah, let's do that. And Jaez takes out his sending stone to call for Beni.
Okay. I guess we don't have to describe where you guys are currently at, and we can rejoin the group chat.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it to you guys to keep it on the down low. And well,
Yeah,
actually,
right.
just tell me what you're gonna do once that's wrapped up, and then we'll say, okay, you do this to get out of there.
We're
I
probably
think
just going
we're
to distribute potions as people want, and then probably reclose
Just
it and
leave.
get out of there.
Okay.
Seal it and leave.
So okay.
Yeah, if there's nothing else of like.
Well, nothing else is
Even
labeled,
more
so.
curious. Yeah,
No-
Jaez is curious. He's like, what is?
You want to open up another button?
Can I easily reseal it? Is the question. I mean, they're just.
It'll be kind of. I mean, upon inspection, it would be like under scrutiny, somebody could tell that it had been opened because there would be nail marks, like where it was opened and then resealed.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it would be under scrutiny. Like at first glance, probably nobody would look at it, but if somebody were to look at it a little with a more closely, then they could probably tell it was reopened, unless you did something to try and cover that.
Jaez would look at Lloyd like, did Lord O'Driscoll say what else was in here?
He did not.
Really. He just mentioned that it was a place that I could possibly store this rod.
He said this was a good location because it was a vault, heavy like iron like protection, and it was outside the city walls.
He did mention it held things that, could tip the balance a bit of, if our targets were a little too strong because of certain items.
I mean, if he said that, it sounds like he was offering at least a portion of it.
And it would help us defend. You know what? It's gonna help us defend the city. Let's see what's going on here. And Jaez is like, you know what? I reasoned this through, and Lord O'Driscoll won't be mad if we're defending the city. It will be okay. I'm opening this crate. First, I'm gonna see if there's any traps on this crate before I open the crate.
Okay, make a perception check. Or no, this would be thievery. Make a thievery check.
Like, is anything going on here? What's happening on this crate?
They're getting antsy.
Also, yeah, the people, seeing what we're doing are probably freaking out. They're like, thievery? Did you steal the rod from Lloyd? Are they fighting right now? In fact, I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna roll something.
Just roll something random. Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Wait.
Roll like animal hand. No, there is no roll.
Nature. I'm gonna roll in nature.
I'm gonna roll.
Don't overdo it, or they'll know you're messing with them.
There we go. I did it.
That's great. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. No more. That's perfect.
Okay.
Nature and then praying. Like what? Okay. So all right. So in the.
Okay. All right.
And an attack roll. This is so funny. Okay. So the first crate, you pry open the box, and you see the familiar glint of coin. There are several neatly stacked rows of gold coins. So it's quite a bit. You're not sure how much unless you really want to go in and count it, but it looks like it could be over like $100 grand in here.
I mean, I already have that. That's fine.
That's just cash, so that's fine to stay
That's
here.
money. Okay. Is there anything else good in here? Is there good?
Okay, pick another box.
Yes.
Okay,
What if
you.
it's all cash
We'll
and
just,
they
and we'll like
got,
just. I was like, is this Lord O'Driscoll's private
They got
is this his
Apple
Swiss bank account right now?
cash in here?
Okay, so are you opening another one?
Yes.
Okay, you open up another one. And you see, at first you think, oh, it's more potions, but then you look again, and you're like, no, wait a minute. You kind of pick one up and gingerly, hold it up, and you recognize, you're like, oh, poison, okay. It's like a whole lot of different poisons.
Wyvern poison? Oh my god, wyvern venom. Jesus, I'm taking that.
Yeah. So, and you realize that these must be, like the kind that do not deteriorate over time.
Expire.
Yeah, the ones that do not have an expiration date. So there's a whole. Yeah. So you can add to your. Hang on a second. Let me just double check that I'm not getting the name wrong. Let's see.
Whatever that, I'm taking them all.
Okay, you're taking them all. All right, so you can add.
Yeah, I'll take them if there's like multiples. I'll take all, but all right, just go for it, and I'll say how many I'm taking.
Okay, so there are 10 each of all of the level 1 poisons. So bloodroot poison, carrion crawler brain juice, green blood oil, nitherite poison, idmos powder, ungle dust. So yeah, there's like 10 each of all of those. And there are 2 vials of Black Lotus extract.
Okay, 2 vials of Black Lotus. Okay.
2 vials of Lich Dust.
Damn.
And there is, in fact, there is 1 vial, just 1, of Dark Reaver powder.
Ooh, Dark Reaver. That one I don't have. So I'm definitely gonna take that one. I wanna know what that does.
Okay.
And he'll take 5 of the level 1s of each level 1.
Okay.
I'm marking that down.
Yeah,
now, so
write all of these in your
level
character
1.
sheet if you don't mind.
Yeah, all level 1 yeah, I'll detail that up. So that was Black Lotus, Lich Dust, and Dark Reaver powder. Yeah, he'll take those.
Yeah, so the 2 Black Lotus and
So he'll take 1 Black Lotus.
Okay.
And you said that there were 2 each of the Lich Dust and Dark Reaver, or 1 each?
There was 2 Lich Dust and 1 Dark Reaver.
And he'll take 1 Lich Dust and then the 1 Dark Reaver.
Okay. All right. Those are in the Heroes of Shadow book if you want to know what they do.
Yeah.
And poison directly works into your class, right?
Yeah,
It sure
that's
does.
kind of what she does, or he
Oh,
she,
yeah.
and Kenya does.
That's what my boy does. Yep.
Okay.
He puts it in tea. People die.
Right.
Or yeah. Okay. All of the 1 poison, and I'll flesh that out. Is there another crate in there?
Looks like there's 2 more crates.
Let's crack them open. Let's do
A
it.
holy Avenger, holy shit.
The 4th one is also gold. It's also gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
And you're gonna do the last one as well.
This
Absolutely.
is just one vault. This is crazy.
Love it.
Yeah.
We'll let Lord O'Driscoll know that, we had to take some stuff to, help defend the city. We didn't take the money because we're not poor.
Okay. The last one is a variety of things. The last one contains what looks to be several sets of leather armor, just solid black leather armor, a few daggers, your basic rogue kind of gear. It's like starting rogue gear kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, starting rogue gear.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Jaez is like, oh, this is familiar.
With the new recruits.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what's in the final one.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Right? Alright. Well, that's that. Jaez will get on the line and then start letting Beni know, like, hey, we're gonna start funneling. We got the rod.
Okay.
What also we found some potions.
So let me bring us back into. Well, you guys can go ahead and rejoin the Discord.
Go back to
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Exit whisper. Exit whisper. Okay. Doo-doo-doo.
Ridiculousness going on, yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I think. Am I back?
You're echoing.
I think
you're back twice.
You're back twice. I had to mute you on Discord, or not on Discord, on Roll20.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go. Okay, I muted myself on Roll20.
Yeah.
Okay. So Beni, you get a message from Jaez on your sending stone.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. So 1, Broad is in the bag. 2, we have a butt ton of potions and we're gonna funnel them through.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So just take them out as I know this thing is limited, so just take them out as we
You
get
guys
through
were
some things.
shopping.
We're not shopping, just taking some
Shoplifting.
supplies.
Okay.
It's not shoplifting when I have permission.
I think Rain has the other end of the bag, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Rain has the other end.
Yes.
Yep.
So they're kind of sticking things through the shared acquisition pouches.
That is so cool.
Okay.
All right.
You gotta take the bread out first.
Yeah.
Pass it on.
You take the bread out first.
I forgot it was full of bread.
Yeah, so you open it to put the rod in, and you're like, oh. Dump.
Yeah, he just dumps out the bread. So that someone the next person who comes into here is just gonna be like, what the fuck? What? Just
There's
adds to the
rotting
layer of
fucking
mystery.
bread on the floor. Although it's
Like,
cold in
okay.
there, so that bread will probably be somewhat
It'll
okay.
keep for a while.
For a while.
Okay.
Probably freeze.
Dumps out the bread,
Okay.
shoves in Rod,
Okay.
messages Beni.
Then funnels the potions in.
Funnels the potions.
Starts funneling it. Yeah, I figured because there were quite a few potions of healing, it seemed like, in the one crate, and then there's another crate filled that has some. So you think maybe like 10 will be good? I already have quite a few potions on my person, so if Lloyd would
I
want
don't
to take
think I
some
have
on.
any at all.
You should.
I
you
have maybe
should-
one.
Bruv, please.
Lloyd's like, I don't usually have to use potions on a job.
That's not true. I have 4.
What do we got?
Lloyd might need some.
There's like vitality ones, greater ones, and regular ones.
Vitality. So in 4E, the types are potions of healing, potions of vitality, and potions of recovery. I think those are the.
Yes. Healing, recovery, vitality.
Yeah. So. Oh, by the way, everybody, I got a message from Ayami saying Sean's feeling a little sick, so they might come back soon. So we'll probably have to wrap up pretty quick.
Yeah, it's almost. I have like another 20 minutes before I have to skedaddle myself.
Okay. Well, that's yeah. So maybe not even that long. Let's see. I'm just double checking on the potions.
Recovery heals 50 hit points, and you can make a save. Vitality heals 25, and you can make a save.
Yeah, there were potions of healing and potions of vitality, but none of recovery.
Okay. And potion of healing is 10 hit points.
You said
No,
recovery
all
was
this.
50.
Well, there were no potions of recovery that you guys found.
Okay.
Oh no, I have potions for recovery. I just need to know that. And
Oh,
potion
okay.
of
Oh,
healing
yeah.
was what?
25.
Potion of healing is 10. Vitality is 25.
Thank you.
How many is good to have? It looked like we had a bunch
available?
Yeah, it depends on which one. I think it was mostly potions of heal. Well, I mean, it could be one.
Potions of healing were the majority. So there was two.
With the majority, yeah.
So there was 2 whole layers of 12 potions of healing. I think that's what I said. Yeah. And then there were I forget what I said. Was it 3?
I think you said 3 vitality.
Three potions of vitality.
So there was like 12. So yeah. Jaez, if anything, he's gonna take another 5 for himself of the potion of healing.
Okay.
So that'll put him at 10. And then so there we go. That leaves us with 7 of those. So how many Jaez is like, how many do you think the group is gonna need? Because we have quite a few potions of healing here.
Honestly, we might as well, like, if people have the ability to hold them, if they've got a bag like mine, where whatever you want comes right up to the top.
We all have a bag like yours. That's not a problem.
Yeah. We might as well take them all, and if we don't use them all, return what we don't use.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Alrighty, so let me see. That's 12.
It's 12 times 12, or not 12 times 12, 12 times 2. So 24.
I was gonna say, damn.
No. 24 healing and 3
Jaez is taking
vitality.
5 out of those. Okay, Jaez is taking 5 out of the 24 for his own personal use, and then he's gonna recite. And then, because what I'm saying is, Lloyd and I take some for our own persons, and then funnel the rest to everybody else, so they just immediately have them.
Okay.
So we take what we want, and then just give the rest.
So I'd like everybody to
We could split the vitality, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'd like everybody to mark down on their sheets what they're getting, like right now. So Jaez, mark down. You've got 5.
I took 5 potion of healing.
Lloyd, how many are you taking?
And then I
don't have any at all, so I'll take 1 of the big ones and 5 of the small ones, I guess.
Okay.
So you're gonna take 1 vitality, and you're gonna take 5 healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then so that's 14 healings and 2 vitalities, coming through to your side, Rain.
Okay.
So you guys on this side need to decide who gets what.
I already have a few vitalities if you guys don't.
Beni is all out of every healing potion.
Does Beni have any?
No, I ran out.
Beni needs healing potions for sure. For sure.
Okay. So how many are you taking, Beni?
Yeah, I'm low priority. I don't
I'm gonna
need
take
them
this
so
one
much.
vitality.
Okay.
Do you want the other one, Sturge?
I have 3 already.
So yeah, Beni, you should definitely take all the vitality, please.
Okay.
I have 4 and I don't melee. You should take it.
Okay.
Okay. So
the vitality.
So it sounds like Benny's taking the remaining 2 vitalities.
And that leaves 14 healing.
That leaves 14. Just the normal
so
healing.
How about Rain and Sturge take 5 and Beni takes 4? Because Beni took.
I have 4 already.
Yeah, that's fine. Because we should probably just
I'll
stop
take them
up
though.
anything.
It can't hurt.
Yeah.
I'll take 5, sure.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Because we literally came into this, that we just ran out of the damn temple in Column City without taking any potions. We just ran here. We're like, and then got into fights with demons. We're like, why are we like this?
Sure did.
Why are we like
We
this?
did that.
Why are we like this guy?
Okay. So 5 healings to Rain, 5 more healings to Sturge, and 4 to Beni.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody's got that written down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then healing gives 10. Vitality gives 25.
25 plus a save, I think.
Yes.
Plus a save, yes.
Yeah. So just to refresh everybody's memory, and especially people who play 5e mostly, healing potions in 4e, whenever you drink one, it doesn't do anything unless you can also mark off a healing surge.
Oh.
So like you have on the top of your character sheet, you've got healing surges. So you can't, once you're out of healing surges, you basically can't heal anymore if the ability says spend a healing surge. So
it doesn't require, like, it doesn't eat up a healing
It does.
surge?
It does. It
Oh,
does.
it
does.
Yeah, it does. So that actually happened to Beni the last time he fought Gadion
Yeah.
DeMarlo. He was completely out of healing surges and he had like no way to heal.
I have
Shit.
4 left.
That's why like 10 HP is
So-
kind of a Hail Mary amount of healing for us at this point in the game.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the
Because
thing.
if you burn a surge to use it, like you're like not wasting the surge, but like kind of wasting it.
Yeah, you're not
Well,
getting
'cause-
you're not getting as much HP back. The thing is though, in combat, the only way you can use your surge
You can
is with a second wind, and you can only do that once per encounter.
Mm.
versus at least you have the potions when you can just use them.
Because like I know in 5e you can spend hit dice to heal up, but you can only do so during a short rest or something, correct? So it's
Yes.
like that for 4e as well. So you can use your surges to heal yourself up during a short rest or a long rest, but
is it
within
short?
short or long, either way. But
really?
during combat, the only way you can spend a healing surge just straight up is using your second wind ability, which is an encounter ability. But any other healing usually requires you to burn a healing surge and get that instant healing because you desperately need it. So sometimes you don't have a choice because you're in the middle of combat.
Right.
And also, the other nice thing...
You're like, well, if it's 10, it's 10.
Strategically speaking, those 10 HP low level ones have one very useful purpose, which is characters who get KO'd and they're under 0. It doesn't matter if they're at -1 or negative like 100. As long as they're not completely dead, a healing surge will bring them up to 10 HP. So I think that's also the same as 5th edition. Yeah. So that's one of the main uses. Like, so if you just save them until somebody's like knocked out, then that'll bring them back up. So that's another use, the tactical use of them, is just to revive people who have been KO'd.
So they are useful.
They are useful.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, especially like in desperate situations, they are great.
Okay. Lloyd and Jaez, after doing the stuff you said you were going to do, you make your way back to the town. Let's see. On your way back, I would say everybody hears this. You two would be in the tunnels. Everybody else would be able to hear this better, but I think even within the tunnel system, this is pretty loud noise. You hear the sound of the town bell, like ding 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 ding, and you hear a lot of yelling and soldiers kind of all rushing towards the direction of the bell, which is towards the southern end, towards the docks. What are you guys doing?
I guess we're running.
Not going to bed. Not going to bed.
JD,
Yeah.
Benny's gonna contact Father Breon really quick and just let him know what happened.
With the book?
With the book, yes, and also that since now it's convenient, also that there seems to be an attack happening now.
Okay.
Just keeping him informed, not asking for help. Just informing.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a note of that. That's important.
I mean, if he wants to send help, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be very, very cool and welcome.
Any informed Father Brian of the book and the attack.
So John, real quick, I remember we got the scrolls of sending. Did we get a total of 3 of them, or did Jaez buy 1 for himself and you got the remaining 3?
I think.
Or did we get 3 total?
I think there was only 3 total, but Jaez paid for 1. Benny bought the other 2.
Yes. Okay, just wanted to double check because I saw my inventory and I just want to can I erase that? Do you have that in your inventory? You want me to keep track that we have them?
I have them on mine since I bought 2.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And I also recall, Jaez, definitely you had one, because I recall reading that.
Yeah, we talked to my
you
sister.
don't need you don't need to actually be able to cast the ritual to use a scroll. So
Okay,
like even
right.
even Jaez could do the scroll.
But we still had to use an Arcana check, and Jaez was like,
Oh yeah,
no.
that's right. I forgot about that. An Arcana check was involved, but technically Jaez could have cast it. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
so just so we can have a place to pick up with next time, I will say that the three of you who were in the inn were the first to pick up on the sound of the alarm bells ringing, and you rushed down to the shoreline. And let's see, going to let's see here. Let's do this. It's quiet at first. You just hear the sound of rain. And you wondering like what everybody like what was the alarm bell for when you get down there. And you see as you're kind of approaching the wall, there's a short wall that kind of keeps people from falling off the cliff. And there's also a number of docks. There's like one ship docked off towards the left side as you approach, and then there's these three short docks that kind of go 50 or so feet off this edge of the cliff, and they have these long wooden pillars that kind of support them. And you see like along the edge, all along the edge of the wall, there's like a whole bunch of guards who are just kind of looking around. They're kind of like looking out to sea, and you overhear one of them say, it's like I don't see it. I don't see it. It's like just like eyes peeled. Like an order comes from one of the the officers, and you start to hear something. It sounds like splashing, and the splashing kind of increases in volume, and like sounds like not one but like tons of splashes. And you see like a bunch of archers along the edge of the walls start to draw arrows, and they're just waiting and watching, like waiting for something, be able to see something. They don't see anything at the moment. And then as you finally approach the edge and you kind of join the soldiers along the edge of this wall and start looking yourself, who here has dark vision?
Low light.
Yeah, night goggles.
I've got
I have dark
something
vision,
that
but
can allow
we're
me to
not.
have it.
As long as it doesn't matter how you get dark vision. Who has the ability to see in the dark?
Jaez.
Jaez.
Is goggles of night?
That counts. Yeah. Goggles of night. That counts. Okay. So you take off your horned helmet and swap in the goggles of night for the time being, just to see what you can see.
So JD.
Yeah.
Back when Beni was on the roof, I didn't know I could spend healing surges in a short rest, and I retroactively have.
Yeah. That's fine.
That instead of drinking the potions. Okay.
Yes. You could do that.
Okay. Nice. So I'm gonna be getting more hit points, is what I was worried about.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you see, like off in the distance, those of you who have dark vision, you start to see this like slight, like it looks like a wave, not a tidal wave, but just like a standard, like how it kind of crests and turns white before falling over. So you see this wave kind of approaching, this like white line but then you realize that it's not a wave, it's just lots of splashes of something, like some things like just kind of jumping in and out of the water that are, then every time they fall they splash, and there's like tons of them, and they're just making this long row, and it's all kind of headed towards the shore. and you keep watching it, and you hear like one of the officers just like draw, and like all of the archers like draw arrows and are waiting. So it's like hold. Make perception checks. Those of you who can see in the dark.
There's a boy. Okay, perception.
27, 36. Okay.
Rolling crap on my perceptions today.
Sturge, you kind of lift up your goggles, rub your eyes real quick, and put them back down, and kind of really give a good hard look, and you see what looks like fins, like you catch a glimpse of what looks like a dolphin, and you watch it, and then you look to the creature to the left and to the right, and it's like a whole bunch of dolphins, and not only dolphins, but also tons of smaller fish, like flying fish and other things, seem to be just kind of like jumping in and out. And as they approach, you hear these like fearful cries of like, as all these animals and fish are just kind of just racing towards the shore. And it seems like some of the guards are starting to notice what this is as well, and they don't really know how to react. They're waiting for orders from their leader to whether to fire or not. And he's still saying like, hold! And they approach, and once they get up to the shore, they just keep going, and they just throw their bodies onto the shore, and they just just flopping around on the shore. So there's like just scores of fish and dolphins, like birds start flying in overhead, flying inland, just making these awful noises as if they're just terrified and trying to escape something that's behind them. And that's where we will leave off tonight, right? So
Scaredy fish.
Yeah. So we will pick up at the oncoming onslaught next week.
Lovely.
That's a hell of a cliffhanger.
So.
Okay. All right. Well. But yeah. So I'm excited. I liked today's episode. I was kind of wondering how it would go with Beni.
Yeah, that was
our concern.
Intense.
Our concern helped.
Okay, so who has the rod?
Yes,
It's in-
Rain has it.
Rain?
All going to die.
Rain's bag? What's that?
Shut up, Gadion.
I
You don't
mean-
know us.
Okay, so it's in Rain's
I mean, from it. I mean, it's in the rod bag, right?
Okay.
So you
and
have to
Jaez-
get it out for the potions, but if you put it back in there, then yeah, I guess it's in there.
Okay, and Jaez
Yeah,
has
I mean,
the
that's
other
where it goes.
bag. You
I
have
do.
a bag
Yeah, I
as
have
well.
your bag. I have your bag.
Okay, so
You have
just-
the bread bag.
I
Alright.
mean,
I have the
Benny,
bread
do you
bag,
want
yes.
it?
I see that smile. Maybe.
Because Sean was talking this weekend about Benny wanting to try it out. So.
Yeah. She's offering.
All right,
And-
y'all have a great night and see you next week.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, night Kenya.
See you again, yeah.
Bye.
Or I guess morning Kenya.
Yeah, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go get some coffee for my day.
Okay.
Mood.
Yes, yeah.
Bye.
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 All right, everybody
was-
who's watching. I'll see you guys next episode, next Monday.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Kenya's not here 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah,
So.
we should be fine next week.
Okay.